Your eyes do not deceive you. You are looking at a 39-year-old middle-aged man living in mommy's basement crying about the Barbie movie. Why? Because it's causing a lot of controversy at this moment for several reasons that we expected. We're going to get into that right now, but if this is your first time coming to the channel, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this topic. So yeah, Barbie just officially came out this weekend, and it is being labeled as super feminist, especially by a YouTuber and film critic named Grace Randolph. I got to look at this article just the other day from Bounding into Comics, and I have some thoughts and reservations about it. So I guess go ahead and call me Geronimo because I don't know. I was trying to come up with a Native American joke, but let's go ahead and talk. So Barbie. I remember when I was growing up, I used to play Barbies with my little sister. Yeah, go ahead, laugh your little heart out on that. But seeing a movie come out at this time in juncture is a little bit overdue, to be completely honest, considering that Barbie's been around for what, like 50 fucking years, and she's had animated series and movies and things like that. But within recent weeks, we've had this whole Barbie Oppenheimer craze where they're going head to head. Barbie Heimer is what it's been called. Now, this movie's been stirring up a lot of fuss, like I said. And you know what? I'm not buying into this whole Barbie's awesome and it's pro-feminist stuff, because that just, to me, sickens me. I don't like identity politics. I don't like when shows and stuff that are geared towards children try to put some kind of, I guess, social commentary on top of their things. It just kind of, it grosses me out, to be completely honest on that. I think movies like this should be fun for children. They should be imaginative. They should take you into the world of Barbie and let you escape for a little bit. Now, oh, Eric, you're just a grown man. This movie's not for you. This movie's for kids, for little girls. Okay, yeah. Oh, yes, it's absolutely for little girls, which further solidifies my argument that feminism and social commentaries do not belong in a movie that is made for little girls. All right? Fucking smart asses. Get enough with that. So critics, they're loving it. The critics are claiming it. Anytime a movie is critically acclaimed and people are loving it and they're like, oh, praise this, praise that, and they're happy for it, I'm like, okay, that's a warning shot. That is telling me that I should not go see this movie at all, especially when you take a look at ratings between critics and fans. Usually 9 times out of 10, if the fans hate it a lot, that means it's garbage. Now, there's a thing going on, like a little meme going around saying that if you take a shot of tequila every time the word patriarchy is mentioned, that you will actually end up a little bit inebriated. So do not play a drinking game when you listen or watch for any kind of mentions of the patriarchy if you decide to go to the movie theater and watch Barbie. Fair warning, I don't want you guys to end up getting blackout drunk and end up in a woozy wonderland of sorts, right? Now, before we jump into this juicy stuff again, let me give you a reminder that a lot of what we talk about on this channel has to do with wokeness and stuff like that. I know it's not for everybody, but it's being prevalent in a lot of our pop culture, and we got stuff that's hidden on nostalgia, like Barbie. Again, I mentioned that I played Barbies with my little sister growing up in the 90s, and it seems that Barbie used to be kind of like a role model for girls. She used to be like Dr. Barbie, Rockstar Barbie, Pop Star Barbie, Veterinarian Barbie. Like, she had a whole bunch of different hats, right? And it was like something to be commended for. They tried to make it like a positive role model for little girls, but in this Barbie, it's like Valley Girl. Typical Valley Girl, stupid, blonde. I guess it hits on that, but at the same time, it also focuses on social commentary. So I haven't personally seen it yet. I'm just giving my thoughts on what I've seen from this article that I quoted on Bounding into Comics. Now, the film, of course, it's going to be packed with girl power. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like Spice Girls growing up as well. So girl power all the way, ladies and gentlemen. kind of have to see that coming. I mean, it's Barbie, and she's the queen of fabulous, if you know what I mean. And she's the classical feminine, like, I guess, trope. Or at least back in the day, how it was like empowering. Now she's been reduced to just, oh, I'm a valley girl. Now, some critics are getting hyper with this, and they're so proud. But when I see feminism and feminists being praised, I have to scream woke from the rooftops. All right. And I think the feminist debate is something that we're not going to get away from, especially when you have like people like Anita Sarkeesian and them on the internet constantly showering, everything like that. But I think there's a fine line between girl power awesomeness and going a bit overboard. I think Wonder Woman actually, the first one, showed us how it could be done. I think Wonder Woman was pretty good. I don't think it was that fucking woke. But I think Barbie's taken a leap, a gigantic Neil Armstrong, one leap for mankind or feminine kind in regards to the movie. It's like feminine on steroids, according to the article that I quoted. And if you want a laugh, if you want a read, then definitely feel free to go and check out this article because it is nuts. And this is all like quotes from an interview that they had where they seem to contradict themselves because at times they talk about how the movie's not feminist at all. But then you have to remember that Amy Schumer, who's completely, utterly unfunny, actually rejected being in this movie because she felt that it wasn't feminist enough. So what is it, ladies and gentlemen? Is the movie feminist enough or is it not? Kind of weird. I think interviews like what you read on that thing, and I'm not going to sit here and read an article. The one thing I want to try to stray away from is reading articles word for word and verbatim. We kind of want to just talk and give opinion and tell a little story. So some people are digging this Feminist Punch if you go to Twitter, because Twitter, cesspool. A lot of times, most of the SJWs are the loudest on there. But think about it. This movie has Barbie out in the real world, and Ken's in the movie, but he's been reduced to a sidekick. Even Ken is like sidekick fodder, dumb blonde. And I don't know. I just can't dig the concept of feminism being in this. And I'm curious to see what the actual fan responses of the Barbie movie are going to be like when it comes out. And see what's going to happen. I definitely guarantee it's going to be a whole bunch of mixed reviews, especially right now because the critics are loving it. So something to stand for. For me, looking at this article that pointed out that Grace Randolph said that it is a super feminist film is a gigantic, huge, like red flag. So I mean, yeah, well, it doesn't matter, Eric. You're not the core audience that they want to cater to. Fair enough. But, again, the continuation of Hollywood with, social justice and virtue signaling and wokeness and social commentary. It's going to keep continuing for quite some time because these writers are trash. These writers are garbage. But meanwhile, a movie like Sound of Freedom gets freaking like every obstacle thrown at it when it has a good message. It's not just, oh, Valley Girl being silly, haha, funny, and oh, feminism thrown on top of it, right? So I'm obviously not going to watch this movie. I hope, my nieces don't want to go watch it, but more than likely they probably will, but who knows? I think this movie just looks like garbage all the way around. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if this movie was as bad as what the red flags are showing and what to look out for. Give me some examples, stuff like that. And yeah, careful on the spoilers in case anybody wants to watch it. But I just want to give my thoughts. Of course, again, at the end of the day, that's all that freedom of speech is for, right? To sit here, give you guys an opinion, something you guys can listen to. You don't have to agree with it or disagree with it. I'm sure I'm going to have a few little fucking snowflakes come in here and cry that the movie's not made for me and they can't believe that I'm some triggered neckbeard that's talking about Barbie when honestly I'm not triggered at all. I'm just giving my thoughts on the fact that it literally says in this article that it's super feminist. And yeah, sure. What do you want me to do about it? Keep crying, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. I appreciate you.